anything else you wanted to talk about before?
No, I don't think so. I mean, nothing that needs to be before, Okay. Good to go?
Yep.
Hey, everybody, and welcome, shipheads, to another episode of Mail Call Again. My name is Tina Fey.
And I'm Ralphie Parker.
Oh, is that a Christmas story?
It is, yeah.
Nice. I always forget it's Parker. They never really highlight that.
Yeah, I had to look it up because I have kind of a related story to Ralphie that happened to me today. So I figured I would kind of circle it in a little bit.
All right. Intriguing. I like it. How are you? What's new?
Not much.
The usual.
Yeah, the usual. Just got done watching the end of that game tonight, which was pretty sweet.
Man, how fun was that? I was telling Dave at halftime I was so angry because I have made a point this year this season anyway, of not watching bad football, just to watch football. Right. So when it was 9-6 field goal fest at halftime, I was so mad because I was like, I can't not watch because it's a playoff game basically, and it's the Packers. So God damn it, I was so mad. And then the second half was so entertaining.
Yeah. Yeah, I was listening to it as I was pulling orders. So I want to have everything ready to go in case it came down to the wire. And then once I had everything pulled, I went upstairs and watched the last 5 minutes or whatever. So it was kind of perfect.
Yeah. So two things that were just insane. I think it was at the end of the first half when the dude, so you did you watch the rest of the game at all or just the end?
No, just the end pretty much.
Okay. There was a thing at the end of the first half where Detroit was going to try to kick a field goal at the end of the half, and they were going to try like a 47 or 48-yard field goal, and like the Packers were trying to call a timeout, I guess, or I'm not even sure, but a dude from the Packers just like walked in between the two lines, like where the ball was, and then you have the offensive line and the defensive line. A dude from the Packers that was on the field was just like walked up in between the two lines of the two teams and like went to grab the ball on the field goal attempt before it was snapped. And so then they like blew the play dead. And then that guy that went to do that for reasons I still don't understand, like kind of got nudged from behind by a lion, and he turned around and pushed the lion and got a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, which made it a much more makeable field goal, and they made it. And they just never went back and talked about it, as far as I saw anyway. And I was just like, what the hell was he doing? It was the most bizarre thing I've ever seen. And then, did you see the Packers guy push the Lions trainer guy?
I did see that. Yeah.
What the fuck was he doing?
Idiot.
I mean, I know the guy kind of grabbed him a little bit and like kind of, to get by him. But dude, what are you doing? Yeah. I only wished that was like it was an important penalty, but I only wished it was like the most critical penalty just to make it that much more stupid. I like, why would you can't control yourself in that situation and like not push a trainer from the other team? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah, that was wild. Do you want to just jump into
weekend? Did you do anything?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, my weekend story isn't going to be super long, so it was mostly just like football and hanging out and whatnot. So nothing much to tell. Oh, like on Friday the power went out, and then on Saturday the Wi-Fi was out. So anytime those things happen, it's always like it's always like a thing where, okay, I'm trying to figure it out because like the old man can't really figure like do stuff anymore, and so I'm trying to do it, and I don't really know how to do things, but I'm trying, and like he can't do things, but he still wants to be involved, so he's like trying to ask me questions, and I'm like, you need to let me figure this out, and then we can talk about it once I've figured it out, because I'm stressed right now and I'm not going to be very nice. And then he keeps asking, like, he literally, I tell him to, because we've been through this before, and I know how I get. So I try to preempt that and be like, listen, dude, I really just need you to back off, and then we can talk about it afterwards. And I legit said that. I was just like, please, like, let me figure this out with the Wi-Fi especially. And then we can talk about it afterwards. And then he kept sitting there like trying to talk to me. And I was just like, I'm being as nice as I possibly can. Like, can you please not? And then finally, like after the third time, and that happened both times with the power and the Wi-Fi. So yeah. But other than that, yeah, it was mostly a pretty good weekend of football and hanging out. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready here, I guess. I don't.
Okay, and I mean, also a pretty good weekend sales wise. Like, it was nice, and then I did much of the order this morning, and there was like 22 sales, and I was like, hell yeah, we're with today too, there's gonna be like 30 plus. And then after 8 a.m. this morning, there was 2 sales.
I know. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm like, well, fuck
Crazy.
off Sunday. Like, it was supposed to be such a complete weekend, but still a nice bottom line at this point.
Not bad, yeah. I'm getting rid of a few big boxes, so it'll be nice to clear up some space.
Yeah, you always like that, I know.
Yep, for sure. So yeah, first item.
Yeah,
I'm ready
first item. Set of 4 Hallmark ornaments. I assume these are Christmas ornaments. Yes,
they are. Yes. A lot of Christmas stuff still selling in the first week of January, so that's interesting.
That is interesting.
We just put our Christmas stuff away this weekend, so that was
yes, yeah.
$6.36 to ship these.
Okay, those sold for $29.12. Profit $15.31, and those were listed back in November of 2022. I'm not even gonna lie, this whole like being still like practically the first week of the new year, like the year thing is fucking with me. I know how cliche that is, but it's like, because I didn't have to, like, I was just gonna say those were listed in November, and that would have been self-explanatory. Everybody would have known that's a couple months ago. But just because it's a different year, I felt like I had to say, well, of 2022, just to be clear. It's like, well, what else would it have been?
Well, we could go back to the 2 months ago. We could just go back to that again.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm all confused. All right. Up next, we have a women's zippered vest.
$4.59.
Sold for $25.99. Profit $14.90. Listed October of 2022. And zooming right along, we have a Columbia jacket, a women's jacket. Oh, I have a couple work questions that I have. I want to remember too, that I have jotted down notes here.
eBay related or Amazon related?
eBay related.
Okay.
Well,
817.
Yeah, 817. That's actually a good point.
Purchasing, I assume you're talking about, right?
Yeah. Well, so and if you want me to, like, I can cut this out. But it's not really about Amazon, because it's about.
Okay.
Well, okay, yeah. So I'll cut it out. I was going to buy a Newlywed game today.
Yeah.
And it was, it was however much they are, like whatever, 20 something bucks or whatever. I can't even remember. And I think I've asked you about this before. I think you answered it, but I don't really remember. It's in Arkansas. It would be coming from Arkansas, and the shipping was like expedited, like priority, and the shipping was listed at $26.30, and I don't understand why. That's my question.
They might have set up for like handling fee. Like some sellers think they can trick people into like, oh, you paid 20 and it's just the handling fee is $20. So
Jeez.
yeah, you just gotta work it in the price, and if it still makes sense, do it. But otherwise, you could message them and say, hey, I think you got something messed up in your shipping because it shouldn't cost $20.
Interesting.
First.
Okay. Yeah, I'll see if it's still there and see what the price was.
Yeah.
This jacket sold for $41.18. Profit $22.95. No list date on that jacket.
I met up with Hodap last night.
Ooh, how long since you'd seen him?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Long enough for that to be a good question.
It's been a while, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. He texted me kind of out of the blue last week and just seeing what I was up to. And I was like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I did the old, yeah, we should get together sometimes. Yeah, for sure. And that's usually the end of it.
Yeah.
But then on Saturday, we were going to Maple Grove to this like indoor playground for the kids. And I just messaged him. I was like, well, maybe he's around. I just assume he's always busy and doing shit. But yeah, they were like, yeah, we have snowboard lessons in Maple Grove. So we met out for supper afterwards, and it was fun.
Nice. It's like both whole fams were there?
Yep.
What a crew that must have been.
Yeah.
They still just have the two, right?
Yeah.
And you guys still wait, you guys have, how many do you guys have?
2. I did make the joke when Tiffany was like, oh, what are you guys up to? I was like, well, we're pregnant again. And she like, for a brief second, she's like, no, you're not. like you would have got me, but I know your humor now. I just
yeah, I was gonna say, first of all, you are the worst, and second, why did that come to your mind?
I don't know. I just want to see what people's reaction. Like, oh God, you're kind of old to have kids again, right? Like, are you sure you're up for this?
I mean, were you poker facing it, or did you give it away?
Yeah, no, I didn't give it away.
That's pretty impressive.
She turned and looked at Cara, and I think she rolled her eyes.
Okay, there you go. Because I was gonna say, I mean, I talked to you like 3 hours a week for the last, however many years now, plus the rest of the time I've known you in our lives, and you still get me all the time with that bullshit. So
well,
yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's exactly. I thought it would get her good because she went, but she caught me right away. I was like, damn it. But yeah, Cara did give it up, I think, a little.
Yeah, Cara must have given it away for sure. All right. This next one is a double order. Is that the one we're on now?
Yep, I did see that.
Okay.
It's basically a total of 4 Croft and Barrel mock turtlenecks.
It is. Yep.
$9.25.
So yeah, these 4 turtlenecks together sold for $52.47. Profit $33.41. And those were listed in December. God, you're just the worst. Why do you do that? We're pregnant again. And like I said, like, I know you do that, but like, why that? Like, how did that even pop into your head?
I don't know.
Do you remember? Was it just like spur of the moment? It just occurred to you
Yeah,
to say
yeah,
that?
yeah. Because you always just say, "Oh, not much." And so I thought, like, well, we'll
Sure.
just do
Yeah. Yeah.
a little shock
Yeah.
value here, see what happens.
I can definitely appreciate not just going with the stock. Oh, whatever. But yeah, just you're just so you sometimes.
I'm sorry.
All right. Up next, we have a PV amp. Is this like what is? Can you like tell me about this amp? What are we dealing with here?
It's not a TV. It's a TV amp.
I mean, it says like stereo.
It's yeah, no, it's like a big like a band amp kind of thing, like a
See, that's what I was wondering, like a guitar.
yeah. Well, kind of. It's kind of like you have the sound guy in the back that runs all the shit. It's one of those big amps.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so it's not like just a big like amp. I don't know. I'm not that familiar with it, but
Yeah.
it's in a big ass box and it's heavy. That's what I know about it. And I was unable to test it other than I powered it on, so I hope it'll work fine. Weighs 40 pounds, so
So much of our lives come down to how big and heavy something is. Are you looking this up to see how much it is? Because it's probably going to be pretty expensive through eBay, don't you think? Or through I don't know, whatever. What am I talking about?
I don't know.
Sometimes when something's really expensive, you look up a different option. That's what I'm trying to get at.
I only do that if it's going to another country.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Other than that, it's almost always at least the same price or cheaper on pirate ship than eBay. And I'll check just for now. You bring it up. Maybe there is. Maybe I better check it out.
Yeah. Well,
so pirate ship has $33.82 going UPS.
Okay.
Yeah, eBay's got same price, $33.82. So $33.82.
Okay.
So if I could fit it in a padded flat rate envelope, it'd be a lot cheaper.
Did you try? Did you even try?
I should just tape like a padded flat rate on the outside.
It's funny that this is going to Arkansas too, because I think that's where that Newlywed Game was.
Yeah, right.
And this amp is just a little bit more for shipping than that was.
Right, yeah.
So yeah, the amp sold for $256.61. Profit $167.55. Listed 12/12/22.
I didn't grab this patch. I gotta grab this patch.
Your what? Oh, you didn't get the patch?
This next item, yeah.
Okay. As we excuse Rick to grab that patch, the next item, it leaves me here to talk to you about global warming. Let's talk about global warming. Fake or completely false? You tell me.
I'm back with you and the viewers talk about while I was gone.
Global warming. Obviously fake. I mean, that was the discussion.
I like to, that Al Gore movie, The
Inconvenient Truth. Yeah.
Have you ever
Did you
watched
say
that
inconceivable?
before? Isn't that what it is?
Inconvenient.
Oh, really? Oh, why did I always say I thought it was that?
I don't know.
Anyways.
You're like, I've been saying it wrong the whole time. What an idiot.
Thank God. I just had a conversation with some, I don't know, I can't take anybody. Yeah. It would be interesting to watch that now to see like how, because I've heard that, because that was like, what, 20 years ago?
Jeez, maybe, yeah. It's been a while.
I mean, I would. I'd be curious if they say like we're supposed to be extinct by now. 2006 it was. So what are we doing? Sorry, I got sidetracked.
Well, you went and got that patch, right? That's the next item.
Oh yeah, 4 ounces for that.
Yeah, a Castle Germany felt patch.
$3.88.
Sold for $17.89. Profit $11.38. Listed in July of last year. Next, we have the Moen item of the evening, a wall mount spot resist handheld shower head. I think there was a song on the Offspring album.
Mm-hmm.
Smash, the one that came out in like '94, called Killboy Powerhead. Does that ring a bell to you?
Yep.
Oh shit.
Was that Offspring or was that somebody else?
Well, I'm not 100% sure.
I definitely recognize that name.
Yeah. I immediately thought Bush, but then I was like, no, I think that was Offspring. Let's see here. Okay. Well, oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, it was on Smash.
Okay. Was there a follow-up to that?
No, that was it. I think just because we're doing a shower head, and it just made me think, power head, shower head.
I didn't quite catch the connection on that.
Yeah, totally. No, there's no way you could really know unless you're really up inside my head. I'm not trying to rush you, but I am on the edge of my seat about your Ralphie related story.
Okay. So if you're new to the podcast, I've never worn glasses in my life.
Ooh.
However, a recent visit to the eye doctor has shown that I need glasses now. So
yeah, you're a big four eyes now.
First set of glasses maybe 2 months ago.
Yes.
And last week I was pulling product and a bin fell, hit my glasses, skidded across the floor and scratched the lens. So I went to Target last week, and I was smart enough to buy like the warranty kind of,
yep.
Because I knew that I would lose or break these things at some point in time. So it's $25, and they ordered me new lenses. Today we went to the kids' grandparents for.
Can I just get clarification? When did you get these? So you have the new lenses?
I haven't gotten the new lenses yet.
Oh, okay. So you're still rocking the scratch.
Right. Yeah, which isn't too bad, but and here's the problem I have with glasses, because when you're driving and it's sunny out, I want more sunglasses, but
yes.
Like, what do I do with my glasses? Like, what am I doing with my glasses at that point? So I put it in my crotch, like in between my legs on the seat. And just we had to stop and get some stuff. I went and got gas. we go to the grandparents, and
okay, I need to ask another clarification. Can you kind of establish a timeline as you're going here, like how long it was from when you put them down there to like, and then onward, like how much time elapses?
Like an hour. I put them down there, and it's an hour drive. So I put it down,
okay, there you
and
go.
then I drove for like an hour. Stopped at the grocery store, got gas, went to their house, watched the game, and I remember thinking on the game's gonna be on. I was like, yeah, it'd be kind of nice to have glasses because it does make it easier to watch
Sure.
football, watch TV with your glasses. But I was like, I'm not gonna go out and get it.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we left, like oh, I better make sure I have my glasses. And I was sitting in that. We were sitting in our driveway, and I was like, God, I gotta find my glasses. Like, where did I put them? I was like, I had them on the seat. I was like, oh shit, I don't remember taking them out. And Cara was like, what are you doing? He's like, I don't know where my glasses are. Like, well, did you have them? I was like, well, I was like, here's the thing. I put them on my crotch. Like, I put them on the seat here between my legs.
Yeah.
And I think they probably dropped out when I went to get gas. Like,
And
like
that was about 6 hours ago. So
right. and then I was like, well, let me just. So I took my sunglasses and put them in the same spot, and then I like tested it out. I got outside.
You're like a CSI.
Right. Yeah. So I redid the whole scene.
Right.
And of course, when I get out, the glasses hit the ground. I was like, yep, I think they're probably at the gas station.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, well, wouldn't you hear? I was like, well, it's pretty lightweight, so probably wouldn't have heard it.
Yeah.
So I went to the gas station and I went next to the pump I was at. There was already a car there. So I was like, I'll just go inside and ask. And I asked if they had gotten any glasses dropped off. And like, no, haven't seen anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm back out. And then as a car that was there leaves, I see it. 2 lenses and a crumpled up glass.
I mean, there's no way. There's no chance they were still intact.
No. So I lost my first pair of glasses. So I got to go back in and order new frames.
Man, knowing you're such a new to the game glasses wearer, and just to clarify, I've been wearing glasses since I was about 2. Just hearing you say that you were sitting in your car and Cara was like, what are you doing? And you were like, I can't find my glasses. Like, that's just such a common fucking thing, but not for you. So
right.
Yeah, that's really. And also, and I'm not saying this to be negative at all, because it is just it's a rookie thing, because like that's obviously if you're a glasses wearer of any length of time, you're gonna have that glasses case with you pretty much at all times, especially when driving, because you're gonna yeah. So it's
that's the answer, is taking my case with that. Is that
Yep.
it? Suddenly? Okay. Yep. I never thought about that. I guess
well, yeah, I mean, that's exactly the thing. You have it because you've never had to do it, so that's it's a classic rookie mistake. But yeah, on the road like that, when there's a chance you're going to want to not have them on all the time, which is very much how you're going to be, because you don't want to wear those things constantly, right?
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, it's all about the case for you. Very important.
Now, do you think I am old enough to get to rock like those square rectangle glasses that go over your glasses, like that you see many elderly people will drive with? Can I still get away with that? Or
for you, I'm gonna say that's a tough call, because by human age, no, you're not. But just because of by the person you are, maybe. Like, you're pretty old, right? You're a pretty old person when it comes down to it. So I don't know. That's a tough call.
This Moan item cost $8.31 to ship, by the way. Yeah, so I was disappointed. So I haven't been able to wear glasses at all. And
when are the new ones in?
I don't know. I have to go back in and have them more. I don't know if they have frames there or.
Oh, I suppose, yeah. Now you have to get a whole
right.
Because you were just getting lenses, right?
My car said I should just go online and order cheap ones. Like, there's a bunch of those.
Oh yeah, I mean
websites, so
yeah.
That's my next step, is I'm going to order a handful of them and just have them around.
Right. God, I mean, I'm genuinely not happy that you busted up your glasses and don't have them now, but I really love that story.
Yeah,
that's such a great story and just classic. The Moan item sold for $33.37. Profit of $16.37. Listed in December, less than a month ago. onto a lot of 24 booklets, University of Minnesota Ag Extension booklets, agriculture.
Yeah, from the 40s. They're pretty cool. I don't know. I took some of the good ones out and listed them separate, but
Ooh. Now, what makes some of them good ones? How do you classify that?
just for the cover art, I guess, is the way I figure
Okay.
they're worth more.
Was this was this an estate sale thing, or where do you get these? No, this must have been an auction, right?
I think it was. Is it when was it? Wasn't listed that long ago.
Yeah, just December 4th. Yeah.
No, I got them in a garage sale. They've been sitting
Oh.
on the shelf for a long time. And when I was going through cleaning shelves and going through stuff, I finally listed them. That's
Sure.
what it was. About it, the same guy who had the, I think I showed you the picture of what's the name of that catalog? Pro Staff, I think.
What is it?
It was like I think it was Pro Staff or something. It was a catalog from the 90s where it had like starter jackets and jerseys you could buy.
Oh, interesting.
It was pretty badass.
You're not thinking of the 90s sports cartoon Pro Stars, are you? Do you remember that?
No. Cartoon?
Oh, yeah. It was Michael Jordan, Wayne Gretzky, and Bo Jackson. They were themselves. It was a cartoon, and they went around like they were superheroes, but they just had their like sports abilities, you know?
Was the athletes actually part of this, or were they voiced over by different actors?
I believe it was just actors.
Interesting.
So yeah, like something would be, like a robbery. I don't know that this, this is just a guess, but like a robbery would be taking place, and like Gretzky would like shoot a puck, and like that would, take out the
Casey
guy
Jones style, huh?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
This was in a padded flat envelope.
Ooh. All right. Agriculture booklets, 24 of them, sold for $32.36. Profit $15.66. As I mentioned, listed on December 4th. Oh, did you catch the camera double order?
I did, yeah.
Oh yeah, those were all that was just the same order.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, we have two cameras, a Kodak and a Minolta. Point and shoot, both of them.
Both 35 millimeter, I believe, right? Yep.
Yes, correct. Do you have an entire phone full of pictures of the kids? Is that a thing you do, or is that more Cars thing?
No, I do. We both just take out pictures of the kids, or I try to, anyways.
Kind of a similar thing to the kind of how great it is to have these computers in our pockets all the time for reasons like that, documenting stuff and whatnot.
Right.
Without even intending to. I can't even remember how it happened. I ended up one night over the weekend. I ended up in my text chain with my brother, just going back and like reading shit. It was so much fun. I was just laughing because it was it was our relationship just in text form. So it was all like it was all like 90210 wrestling Vikings Twins, and that was like because they go back to like September of 2021, and I was just like scrolling through, and then I just like let it go and then stop and read wherever I was and like see what we were talking about. And yeah, those like 4 topics were pretty much all it ever was. And it was so much fun to read through them.
Yeah, you should back those up or save them, because if you ever get like a new phone, you wouldn't have that anymore.
Yeah, you should help me know how to back those up or save them.
I don't know how to. I'm
You
sure there's
don't
a way
really?
to do it. I don't know. I've
Oh,
never tried to, I guess.
I figured you
Well,
would.
you're an iPhone guy, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I have no idea how to do an iPhone.
Yeah. And I mean, like the whole cloud thing, I don't know what's up with that. I don't know how
Yeah.
that works. So
These cameras cost $9.75 to ship to California.
$9.75. Cameras sold for $71.18. Profit $50.57. Listed in November. Mr. November.
Funny, hold up. Okay. On Friday night, I was working down just on the computer, and a lot of times I put different reseller YouTube videos on, just kind of running in the background.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, I should do something different. So I put on some Mr. Show.
Nice.
And just randomly put different ones. And then when we were talking at Hodap last night, he was like, yeah, me and Tiffany just sat around last night and watched some Mr. Show for the first time in years. Like, oh, that's so crazy. Yeah, I was doing that last night too.
The same night, even.
Right, yeah. It was really...
Wow. It's sweet that Tiffany would do that with him too. I don't know if she, I mean, it's possible that over the years maybe she came to have an appreciation for it, but yeah, that's funny that she would join him for that. I don't think I said the next item is a bank. Is it like a coin bank? Is that like a piggy bank situation kind of thing?
It is, yeah. But I don't know. I don't know what year I bought all these banks. They've been around a long time.
Yeah. So it's a 1905 Ford Erdl Bank, Mills Ford of Wilmer, Brainerd, Minnesota. I don't know how it's Wilmer and Brainerd.
That's interesting.
Not exactly sister cities, but
I think Mills Ford has a dealership in Wilmer and Brainerd.
Oh, there you go. That would be the tie, I bet. Yeah.
So is it going to Wilmer or Brainerd? That's the question.
I believe it's going to Brainerd.
Oh, it is going to Brainerd, yeah.
Yeah.
Bet you this guy works at Mills. He's he's a salesman. He's gonna show off to his boss, like, hey, check out what I got.
Gonna get that big promotion he's always been looking for.
Or maybe this is the manager, and this is what you get for your bonus as a Erdl bank.
Wow.
$7.10.
All right. Sold for $24.55. Profit $6.62. Listed almost 2 years ago, January 22nd, 2020.
And I can guarantee you that's not correct. And I know I got these 2016, I think 2015-16 era. So I'm not sure.
Would you say that most of your inventory are just shadow logs? Like they don't really. They're probably not accurate at all. There's not really any truth to them. You just put in numbers. Just like listed
Absolutely
January
not.
22nd, 2020. I guarantee that's not right. It's like, well why does it like what does that mean?
That means that I went through the inventory at that point in time, and that was in the bin, not listed. So I relisted it at 2020. But I know I purchased those. I purchased those many years before that. So that's why I said that. But
right. Relisting.
Right, relisted.
All right. Up next, we have 2 Coca-Cola plastic carrier crates. These are definitely from the things I just never would have guessed people are out there buying folder. Like,
Yeah, anything Coca-Cola sells.
yeah,
I
I
don't
always
think
forget the
that.
collector angle.
Yep. Going to New Hampshire, it's an expensive one. $18.99.
All right. Coca-Cola crates sold for $69.61. Profit $38.14. Listed a couple months ago in November.
It's not too bad. I thought they were older than that.
I guarantee you they're not from November of last year. Excuse me. Up next, we have a Disney Sleeping Beauty castle snow globe. Now, then in this listing, so this listing says Disney Sleeping Beauty Castle Once Upon a Dream Snow Globe, right? That all makes sense.
Mhm.
And then there's one more word in the listing at the end, dragon. Like, is there a dragon in there?
Yes,
there
there is the
is there a
dragon.
dragon in Sleeping Beauty?
I don't know. I've never seen Sleeping Beauty.
I don't know that I've seen proper Sleeping Beauty either.
I've never seen Sleeping Beauty or wait, Sleeping Beauty is the Seven Dwarfs, right? Or is that Snow
No,
White? No, it's Snow
that's
White.
yep. There
I've
we
never
go.
seen either of those two. I've never seen.
That's
It's
funny.
odd.
I was thinking Snow White too because I was just gonna say I've seen the gang from Bayside do a rap Sleeping Beauty play, but that was a rap Snow White play. We were both making that mistake.
I went to Hallmark to do some Amazon stuff buying,
Mm-hmm.
and I picked up 6. You know how they have the Hallmark ornaments that they do different
Yes.
shit on.
Mm-hmm.
They had Zach Morris. Saved by
Whoa.
the Bell one, so I bought a bunch of those for
Nice.
resale. But yeah, it's pretty funny.
Is it like a Christmas thing or just like a Hallmark keepsake kind of thing?
Well, it's definitely an ornament, so I would guess it's just. I'll send you a picture of it when I get to it. But yeah, the snow globe, $13.71.
Astronomical shipping prices tonight.
Yeah, this was pretty. It was a big one. It was a pretty heavy one.
Yeah, I was definitely picturing smaller. Sold for $51.90. Profit $28.80. Listed Christmas Eve. Next, we have a Calvin Klein women's flare dress. Oh, I'm sorry. Fit and flare dress. Tie-dye. Are you a clueless guy? You were a clueless guy, right?
I was, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. When she's going out on that date and she comes down in a tiny little dress and her dad is like, "You're not going out like that. What is that?" She says, "It's just a dress, Daddy." And he goes, "Says who? Calvin Klein."
Padded flat rate envelope.
Ooh. All right. Calvin Klein dress sold for $32.43. Profit $19.11. Mysteriously no list date. Next, we have a Minnesota Wild hockey jacket.
the beloved post office never did get my order that I ordered in December.
Is this another
Actually,
segment of Rick? Why does the USPS hate you?
I think it's gonna have to be. I was always like, no, we're not doing that, but kind of questioning now. Maybe they do hate me. Why don't I have any of those? I think I might have a secret stash that fell behind the.
Ooh.
One.
Well, you're really giving it all over there.
There's all kinds of fun stuff back here. All right, I found one. That's all. Hopefully, I'll need.
It's like cock push-ups. One's all you need.
What? What did you say?
Cock push-ups? Right? One's all you need.
So yeah, that did fit in a padded flat rate envelope.
All right. Must have been a small size jacket.
Nope, it's actually large, but it was it's not a very thick one.
Gotcha. That's interesting. I would think a wild jacket would be like, winter-ish.
Yeah.
It sold for $29.34 and profit of $13.49. Listed in November, a couple months ago. Then we have a men's Columbia fleece jacket. Orange.
Wish I had some more padded flat rate envelopes. That would be nice. Take it. $9.89. No. What's that? $9.94.
Oh. Sold for $30.74. Profit $13.26. That one also listed a couple months ago in November. And then we have another hockey-related item, a women's Buffalo Sabres long sleeve shirt. Says this was a new item.
Yeah. Hip tags. I don't know where I got it. I think I got it at a garage sale.
That's interesting. A brand new item at a garage sale.
It happens. Not very often. I don't know. It does. 612.
Sold for $23.55. Profit $11.32. That item is part of the No List Date Club.
I love it when I buy stuff at either thrift stores or garage sales, and it's brand new, and there's always a little piece of tape holding on a corner of wrapping paper on it. So I was like, it was definitely a gift that they had received and never used, and now we're either donating it or selling it at the garage sale.
Wow. Yeah, that's great. And I love the fact that like whoever's selling it, be it a garage sale or thrift store, like didn't take it off. Like didn't see it to take it off or
Right.
still there.
Probably just didn't know it, yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's good stuff. Next we have a Fossil watch, stainless steel, blue face. Hey, new battery. Is that something you did, I guess?
Yeah.
Do you do that with all watches?
No, that was just that last batch. I remember I bought into Batteries Plus and had them do that for me.
Oh, did we talk about this already? I really don't
maybe I should
remember.
start talking to Dave. I think Dave would probably.
Did we really talk about this already?
Yeah, I remember I was like, oh, I don't know if it was worth it because it cost me, I think it was $12-13 to have them put a new battery in each of them, and I bought 5 or 6 of them.
I wish I could say that sounds familiar.
$4.27.
I think I might have had this watch.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if they make different, whatever versions or whatever, but I had a fossil blue face watch back in the day. I bought it in Texas actually. Sold for $32.06. Profit 1977. Let's see. Yeah, I think I had to add that, but I remember listing it, and that was just like a couple weeks ago, I think.
Yeah, I don't think it wasn't that long ago.
It was quite recent, yeah. And then we have a Wizard of Oz, Snow Babies. I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore. Ornament? Is The Wizard of Oz a thing that you guys have watched with the kids?
Yeah, I want to do it, but I don't know if they're quite old enough yet.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, I thought of asking that, and then I was like, well, you said that Nora doesn't love the sinister stuff, and
Right.
The Wizard of Oz is pretty freaky for kids. I was freaked out by that.
So.
Like, yeah, a lot of weird stuff in there.
Witch.
What?
That witch and stuff.
Jeez, controversial.
Yeah, she's just Kara and her have been reading Harry Potter.
Yes.
And they finished it last week, so they watched the movie on Friday, I think.
Okay.
And she liked it. She said Kara said she was definitely scared at some point in time, and she stuck with it and watched the whole movie.
I have not seen those, so I'm not familiar at all.
Yeah, I don't think I have either. I read the first book, which is crazy because I don't really read, but I did read.
Yeah, when was that?
When did the movie come out? It was before. I think it was after the movie first came out.
Okay. Yeah, that is. I mean, I would not have guessed that. That you read it, I mean.
Right. Usually, most people would say, hey, "No offense," but no big deal, I guess.
I probably would have, but you just basically said it about yourself because you said it's surprising because I don't really read, so I felt pretty safe, but. Yeah, because you're kind of a big dummy, so that is surprising.
Now, was this like the comic book one, or did you actually read the comic book?
It's like in Major League when Jake was reading what was it,
Yeah.
Moby Dick, but the comic
Right.
version.
What, Moby Dick? Got test on this or what?
Genius.
Okay. Ah,
Oh boy.
Chip. Why do you do this to me?
Once again, I get to revel in your struggle with pirate ship. It's a
Like, I
real
remember,
tables
like,
of turn situation. Like,
I did it again, you son of a bitch.
what's it doing?
The order has already started being processed. Please click the refresh button in import to get an updated list. Chat with our support if you need any help.
Unbelievable. Are you gonna chat with them right now?
59 cents. I just gotta try to remember the dimensions.
Ask them if they want to be on the show.
Just like, by the way, you are being recorded here for quality purposes. $7.63.
763, you said?
Yep.
All right, sold
Oh
for
my gosh,
$30.
It's going like 15 miles away. Just dropped it off.
Where is it?
Ramsey.
Anyways. Right, Wizard of Oz ornament sold for $30.72. Profit 1706. The second item to be listed on November 11th tonight. Then we have an Italian brown wool derby hat.
Gotta get a new tape.
Is this one of the items? Is this one of the items that you wore and then are now selling?
A women's derby hat? No.
Yeah, you seem like a women's derby hat kind of guy.
Are you a big derby guy? Do you watch derby?
Like the Kentucky Derby?
Right.
No. I enjoy going to see the horses, but I don't really care about the horses otherwise. If you take the blue blood sports of like tennis, golf, and the horsies, I'd say the horsies are probably last as far as my interest goes.
Wait, say that again now?
If you take tennis, golf, and horse racing, you know, kind of like the blue blood Richie sports, I probably care the least about horse racing.
God, come on. I'll start using eBay shipping pretty soon. Pirate ship, you don't freaking.
Is this order already in progress?
Yep. $8.82.
The derby hat sold for $59.99. Profit $43.37. No list date. What's happening? What's happening with list dates?
I don't know. It's weird.
Up next, we have a a hearing aid remote, which once again is a thing that exists for some reason.
It's been pretty hot lately. I sold
They have.
one earlier without you too.
You know, I've been meaning to ask every time one of these comes up and I put it in the order, there is a listing for a lot of 40 of these.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something like, that's a thing? You have a lot of 40 of them for sale?
I have a lot of 40 of them that need batteries, and
Oh,
I
interesting.
can't. They're not easy to get into. Like, I don't really know how to get. I should probably look into it. If these start selling out, I'll try to bust one open and see how to actually get into it. But I've tried
Right.
to open them up before and I broke them trying to get into it. So
Ooh.
I just said, piss on it, I'll let somebody else figure it out. But nobody else wants to do it either. So
Yeah.
367.
But like, why group them like that is my question.
I don't know, just get rid of them, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I made a lot of money on this already for however many I've sold in the last 2 years. So
these are a nice little item for you.
and I think I paid $8 a piece, and I bought maybe 100 of them.
Yeah.
Maybe not that many. Oh,
It
must
says
be,
8.
yeah.
It says 8 here. Yeah. Sold for $62.14. Profit $34.69. Listed November of 2019. Over 3 years ago. Next, we have a pair of Carhartt work boots. It's a steel toe.
They're listed as new and not listed, is it?
It does not say new. No.
Okay. It's like the box is really nice and pristine. I open it up and like the shoes are definitely been worked on.
It was like mud and shit in there.
Yeah. I'm gonna ship this thing.
I used to have a pair of really nice steel toe work boots back in my retail transportation specialist days.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
What kind were they?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't recall the brand.
You don't. What'd you say?
I don't recall the brand.
Oh.
I got them as a gift.
Oh. I was gonna say, like, why'd you get steel toe? But I guess if you got a gift, because you don't need steel toe, I assume, for that.
Well,
Okay, that wasn't a requirement, was it?
I don't recall if I specifically asked for that or not, but every once in a while you would get some toes rolled over.
Yeah.
So yeah, it helped. I really enjoy going to like Walmart here and parking in the snowy, slushy covered parking lot and walking in the store, and then just like when I'm done walking back out of the store and going to the car and driving away, and that's all I have to do. That's the only time I have to deal with that kind of parking lot. It's really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you just shit. You leave garbage in the carts. And
I have become everything I hated when I was doing that job.
1309.
All right. Carhartt work boots sold for $50.76. Profit 25.31. Listed in August of last year. I definitely haven't become everything I hated, but and even when I was doing that job, I knew that I was especially like sensitive to things that I only really hated because I was doing that job.
Yeah.
Like I knew as I was angry about little things that people did, I knew that I was being like way too nitpicky about stuff. And so
Yeah.
I'm reminded of that now because some of those things I do find myself doing, like, I don't know, I can't even think of a good example, but I would be so picky about every little thing just because at a certain point in the day I would just be angry about everything. Yeah. Up next, we have an official Subway sandwich employee staff T-shirt.
$4.28.
That sold for $18.49. Profit $9.39. That was just a couple weeks ago, December 27th.
I don't know what it is about. It seems like it's always Subway that I find, and it always sells. Like I always pick up Subway because it always sells. And I don't know why that is. Like I guess I never see any other restaurants.
That's
all
true.
that often.
There is like semi-regularly you sell a Subway shirt.
I know.
I can remember before I understood. Like I remember asking you once, like, not even asking you, but just talking about it. I was just like, who is? Do you think this is like a Halloween costume? Like, who's buying the Subway shirt? You were like, I don't know, maybe like an employee. I was like, oh yeah, that tracks. That makes a lot of sense.
But
I
like, I
still
think
go ahead.
Most employees at Subway, I think, get free T-shirts.
Yeah, well, I was just gonna say, like, I kind of had to wear like a specific shirt at Target, and it makes sense that it would be an employee, like I said, but I still look back, I can't imagine like going on eBay to buy like a Target shirt. I mean, there was a thing you could go on the computer at my store and like get official Target stuff. So I still think it's funny if it is employees out there buying Subway shirts. So it makes sense, but I still think it's funny.
You could go on and buy Target shirts, employee Target shirts. Did you have to buy them, or were you given like credits or something you could get them?
Oh no, it was a straight buy. You had to buy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know how much they were? Like, was it cheap or?
I don't recall. I mean, I feel like I don't remember thinking much of it, so I think they were probably just pretty standard, like not too expensive, but also not cheap. Just what a shirt should be.
$15 or something for you.
Sure. Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
Up next, we have a Microsoft. Jesus, I didn't even look. I should have looked to see what this was before I started talking. I'm just going to read this listing because there's so many. Microsoft Original Xbox Pelican Edge wireless dongle receiver model.
I believe it's a dongle for Guitar Hero guitar.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know. Anyways,
I mean, that would make sense.
It costs $4.12 to ship it, so that's all I know.
I'm intrigued by the Pelican Edge. I'm not sure. I wonder what that means.
The Pelican Edge is a brand that made it. Like they made this thing for like I did look at that when I was packing it. I was like, Pelican Edge, what does that mean?
Do you remember what you said for how much that was? 4 or something?
$4.12, I think.
$4.12. Sold for $14.97. Profit $7.03. And that was listed 6 days ago. And then we have a vintage Pride Seed hat. Pride Seed. That sounds kind of dirty to me. Is that just me?
I think it is just you.
Okay. Yeah. So I've been told.
Damn it.
Well, if you would stop starting the listing, or I can't even remember what it says.
I wonder what that is. I wonder if I have to refresh it more often or what. I don't know.
I don't know, but it's a relatively newer thing.
$4.39 to ship a hat to California.
This particular hat sold for $25.84. Profit $14.19. And a fitting way to close it out. No list date.
That didn't go take too long.
I am really struck by how fast this goes when we do it this way now.
Yeah, I know.
Grand total for Friday, Saturday, and today, $649.66.
Made it.
Made the goal of 200 a day, 600. I was going to ask you, I forget if we've ever talked about this. Is the $200 a day thing, is that kind of your break even goal, or is that like any amount of profit for 200 a day?
That's kind of my break even goal.
Yeah.
Because then I have a goal for Amazon that has to, between those two, I need to work on, and really eBay will never probably get over $200 a day unless I list more than I do, and I just don't have the time to list more than I do. So as long as I keep it at 200, I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah.
I did. So last year I really worked hard on getting the 10 listings per day consistently. Yeah. And I don't know if I talked to you about this, but I was up, I think it was 80% from the year before.
Wait, 80% of 80% what? Tell me, what does that mean?
Sales are up 80%. So almost twice as many sales.
You're talking 2021 to 22?
Right, yeah.
Okay.
So it was really good, but diverting all the time for eBay, my Amazon was down about 10%.
Yeah.
And which really was almost a wash.
Yeah.
Amazon's so much more important. So
right.
2023, I think my goal is going to be Amazon. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to give up on eBay. I'm going to try to keep doing it 10 a day, but if I don't do it, I'm not too worried about it, I guess. So
yeah. Well, that's kind of been the pattern for, I feel like, the last couple of years. I remember you, like, I feel like, we've had this conversation a couple times where you've said that you'll be doing one and then be like, yeah, I think I'm going to try to put more effort into the other. And then that happens for a while. And then, yeah, eventually it's like, well, I don't feel like that's being worth it. So I'm going to go back to the other. So,
right.
Yeah.
And it's been the same thing every time I come up with the same conclusion, yet I still try to push eBay.
Yeah.
But, I guess what I'm concerned out of, if I ever get something ever happens to my Amazon account, then I'm screwed because everything's in one basket.
Right.
But I don't know. think I don't know. I think that's what I'm gonna do anyways for this year.
Yeah, crush Amazon.
How about you? What's your 2023 goal?
Achieve a higher state of enlightenment.
Ooh, all right.
Yeah, no big deal. Nothing special.
Jesus, just come to. Do you have a motivational poster right next to you that says that?
Well, no, not that says that. I just have the standard one with the kitty cat hanging from a tree branch. It says
Hang in
in
there.
there. Yeah.
That was going to be my rebuttal. I was like, oh, that's pretty good one. I'm just looking at this poster that says hang in there.
Yeah, hang in there is the stock inspirational poster joke. I have it right next to my 2018 fireman calendar. So I had another work related question. There was a guy who had Iraqi trading cards, and he had 10 of them. And and they were listed at $9.97 a piece. And so I messaged him. This is like my favorite thing to do when I'm doing this. Is when somebody has multiples, and I message them to ask if I can, a discount price for buying all of them. So I messaged him and asked if we could do all 10 for $80. And he said, well, is that with shipping or not? And the thing was, the listing said, when it was, he has 10, but it was just a listing for one, obviously, one at a time.
Yeah, right.
And it said free shipping. And so I hadn't really thought of it, but then he asked about, well, do you mean $80 with shipping or, whatever? And I was like, oh yeah, I guess I hadn't thought of that. Well, how much, can you tell me how much shipping would be? And then of course it was like, well, what state are you in? So I told him, and then he said $9. And so, total of $89. I was like, yeah, let's still do that. And in every other time I've done this, the person like changes the listing so that like it accommodates, if they don't already have it, make an offer, they add that. So then I can just make an offer, and then he agrees to it, they agree to it, and it's all good. Yep. I'm not like angry at this. I just don't understand it. And I was wondering if you could tell me what it meant. So I asked, and so I said, yeah, I'll do that. $80 plus $9 shipping. And I said, yeah, I'm in on that. And he said, sure, you can purchase and wait to pay until you receive a discounted invoice. What does that mean?
You can set it up a listing to not require immediate payment on eBay. So you can go to commit to purchase, I think is what it says. And then when you go to pay, you can either request the invoice or just not pay, and they'll send you an invoice. I don't remember exactly, as it's been a while since I've purchased anything that has had that option.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you go to it, it'll say
that should be in the listing, is what you're saying?
When you go to buy, like you go click on it to go buy.
Okay.
And then you choose your address and stuff, everything, and then there'll be a listing either there to just commit to buy, or I don't think it says request invoice, but there's something like that you can just pay. I mean, really, you have it listed for how much? $9.97
$9.97 a piece.
Oh, so $100. So he's really getting it $9 off. So I don't know.
Well,
I would just.
That was kind of my.
If you can't figure it out, go ahead.
Right. That was my other question too. Is just like, does this make any sense? And then also like, do you know what this means? And then also like, is it even worth it, or should I just like, I could just buy one for $9.97 with free shipping, and then go back and like buy another one for $9.97 with free shipping, and it's not that much more. So.
Yeah, I would just do I'll order 10, and if you can't figure it out, just pay full price for the 10. So it'd be like 97, and then he'll probably just send you a partial refund. And that'd be fine too.
All right, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I had one of those.
It's just like
there's they're tarot cards,
and
this guy had I know, I think he had like 10 of them. And I know it's like an Amazon, kind of same thing with the Iraqi cards. And I bought, I think about like maybe 5 or 10. I didn't buy a lot, but then they sold pretty quick on eBay, on Amazon. So I was like, oh shit. So I messaged him like, how much do you want for all of them? And then I bought, and I think he had maybe 200 or something. So he got me a really good deal on it. But yeah, and then those sold. It took like a year to sell, but I mean, every time they sold, I was making $20 a piece on there, something like that. So that was pretty sweet.
Right. And then you never persisted with the tarot card game. I don't remember ever seeing tarot cards in here.
Yeah, I mean, it was a few years ago, I guess, but yeah, they never. I guess I never looked to see if they're still around, or it was kind of like a special publicity, like a Microsoft pack. It was kind of I don't know, some promotional pack that came out. I don't know. I have to try to figure out what it is.
Interesting.
That would be
interesting.
Look right now.
Like yeah.
It was a certain game, or I don't even know what it was. Let me look.
Oh, like a promotional thing.
Right.
Gotcha.
Dishonored tarot card.
Dishonored.
Don't know what that means. I mean, it was I mean, I never played it or did anything with it. So I just like, oh, better fucking sells.
I just love the idea of corporate tarot cards. Like, it's such a contrast.
Yeah, right. Yeah. You know what? You can still buy these things new. Not many of them. There's a few. There's 24. Let me see how much it's like.
That's the highest number.
The cheapest one you can get is 2 for $40. Oh, that's sponsored. $20. Open box. Not open box. It's brand new 35. I don't think I can get that. I think that's about what I was getting for them.
It's not even that funny, but you missed it, so I just want to bring it back around and call it to your attention. You were saying, let's see, how many can you get? Well, I guess you can still get some. There's 24, and I said, well, it's the highest number. And I knew immediately that you were lost in reading something when you didn't react at all. Because like I said, it's not that funny, but, you know, you're going to get a laugh out of that reference. Exactly. I'm starving.
All right. Well,
I have big news.
Oh, what's up?
I actually did come up with a new ending because I really just thought that the whole not having an ending being the ending. I thought it was a little played. I thought we'd milked everything out of it that we could. I felt. Do you want to know what the new ending is?
Nah, we can do it another time. I'm just kidding.
That really took the wind out of my sails.
No, let's hear it. And I'm going to end it as soon as I end it. I'm not going to give you a reaction. It's just going to be the end.
Mail call again.